Hey everybody, I'm Waller's Wallet and I've opened a lot of credit cards over the last few years, but in this video, I'm going to tell you about 3 credit cards I've regretted opening. But first, if you're new to this channel is all about credit cards, credit card rewards, and showing how you can use your points and miles to travel for less. So if that's something that interests you, consider subscribing and turning the bell notification on as well. Also, consider giving the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel out. Now, this probably isn't a topic that many people want to talk about because nobody likes to admit when they screw up, right? But we've all made mistakes in this game, I'm sure of it. And if you play this game long enough, you'll open plenty of cards, and some of those cards may have sounded good in the moment when you were applying for them, but then maybe you have buyer's remorse on them shortly after you do it because you realize later on that card really didn't fit your goals or was just a bad choice for you. So here are 3 cards that I've opened that I probably shouldn't have done. Starting off with the first card, the KeyBank Key 2 More Rewards credit card. Yes, hold on, give me a second to explain. Years ago, I was in the middle of a 6 or an 8 card Apparama, and this was at the tail end of my applications. I was looking for something easy, low-hanging fruit for a credit card bonus, and the KeyBank card fit that bill. It was never a card to use outside of the bonus. The bonus was 100,000 points after making just 5 transactions. Yes, 100,000 points. But you know how I tell you all points aren't equal? Those 100,000 points were worth 200 bucks. But for 5 transactions, that was a piece of cake, or in my case, 5 packs of gum. But after meeting the minimum spend requirement on that of 5 transactions, the bonus never posted in my account, and after contacting them, it never appeared either. So I ended up with a hard pull with no bonus on a crappy card. And the card has an earning structure that I feel is meant to confuse people. But when you look at it, it's just not a good card. It earns 5x on all purchases. You can earn an additional 25% in points when you spend $1,000 to $1,999 in a month, and an additional 50% in points when you're to spend $2,000 or more in a month. Unfortunately, each point is worth about 0.2 cents per point, so in most, it's a 1.5% credit card. But you know, one thing I can say I kinda like is that the aspect of earning more points when you hit certain spending thresholds each month. It's just unfortunate this card earns at such a poor rate that it's just not worth using. The next card I regret opening is the Discover It Miles card. Now, I'm actually a big fan of Discover, and I think they offer great customer service and are a great bank for people to start with if they're looking to build their credit. And I opened this card a few years ago because I really loved how it essentially offered 3% back in the first year because you would receive 1.5% rewards up front, but Discover would double your rewards at the end of the year, making it 3% back in your first year, which they still do today. And at the time that I opened it, it offered a Wi-Fi credit, which is actually pretty good for me, and I made good use of that Wi-Fi credit. But to really make this card work and earn extra rewards, you had to commit to put your spending on it to take full advantage of that 3% earning rate in the first year. If you weren't going to do that, this card really wasn't going to yield much for you. And the problem I ran into though is the fact I just couldn't be faithful to this card. I was chasing credit card bonuses and opening new cards to where I didn't use this card nearly as much as I thought I would, and it just sat in my sock drawer for most of the year. And see, I have this tendency where I say, you know what, I'm not going to open any new credit cards for a while, and then an awesome bonus appears like a rare Pokemon in the wild missing from your Pokedex, and I just need to get it. Same thing happens to me with electronics as well, primarily cell phones. But since I didn't commit to using this card as a daily driver, that's where I really failed with this card because it wasn't the right card for me based on my goals, and I didn't take into consideration how many cards I thought I was going to open that year. So I earned like 50 extra bucks in rewards, which really made this a wasted card for me. And you know, I really like that Wi-Fi credit, but Discover nerfed that benefit, so now it's just regulated to my card graveyard. In card number 3, it was a store card for my Treadmill. And yes, I did this. The funny thing is that this was before I was really into points and miles, and to make it worse, I actually had the cash in the bank to just outright buy it, and I even had a few cashback cards at the time as well. But I didn't pay too much attention to credit card rewards at the time, definitely not like I do now. See, I had just graduated pharmacy school and I wasn't deep in the game yet. I had literally spent every waking moment in a pharmacy book or doing something pharmacy related. So my credit card reward knowledge was pretty minimal. And I was really into running at the time. It was a great stress reliever from pharmacy school, and I was running somewhere between 25 to 40 miles a week. So after I graduated pharmacy school, I decided to treat myself with a true PS300 treadmill, which is actually a very nice treadmill. And I paid that treadmill off in just 5 months. Again, I had the money in the bank to just outright buy it. I could have used one of the cards I had to earn some sort of rewards, or even opened up a new credit card to earn a big bonus. But I did none of those things. I completely wasted a perfectly good hard pull on a completely useless store card. And shortly after I paid off the treadmill, I closed the card. Knowing what I know now, I would have definitely opened a rewards credit card and earned myself a nice bonus for that treadmill. But I know for damn sure I would not have opened a useless store card with no rewards for that purchase. You know, it's funny to look back at the cards I've opened over the years, especially the ones I thought that were good ideas, but really they weren't. And some of the cards I opened were just poor decisions, and sometimes, I just like to learn the hard way. But those mistakes have helped me realize more and more what I value in credit cards and really what fits my needs. So I know we all try to play this game perfectly, but we all make mistakes, and that's perfectly fine, as long as you learn from those mistakes and grow from them. So tell me, what credit cards do you regret opening? Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in this video. If you want to help support the channel, a simple way would be links on the website or in the description below. Until next time, safe travels, take care.